Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here on my second video. Today, I'm only doing 3. I'm going to do the Louisville-Arkansas game tonight for college basketball. That's it. But I want to get this news video in, talk about NFL, some NBA, wrestling, and all that rigmarole. Let's move on here. Giants general manager Joe Schoen, he defended his roster construction, but he also admitted mistakes. He's done. He's going to get fired. Get your 3rd overall pick to stop jamming it in team meetings, and will be a good start. Sure, honesty's cool, but you've had a few seasons now, man. Like, admitting him defending the roster like a clown at a circus. Time for a rebuild. Admitting mistakes is good, but can Dart and Neighbors save him? Nope. Scatterboo? Nope, not saving him. He's going to get fired. So deal announced Tuesday. Eagles executive and former Jaguars general manager Dave Caldwell leaves for the GM job at Florida, so he's going over to Florida with John Sumrall. Five individuals have reached the finalist stage across 3 categories for possible election to the Pro Football Hall of Fame's class of 2026. Robert Kraft, contributor, Bill Belichick, coach, Ken Anderson, Roger Craig, and L.C. Greenwood, seniors. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. Bill Belichick will be walking across there with his 26-year-old girlfriend or whatever, however old she is. Kraft and Belichick are 2026 Hall of Fame finalists. Oh no. The Browns have designated QB Deshaun Watson for return to practice. Oh no. Oh God. Sure, these comments will be level-headed. Anybody want to see him play, man? Oh man, finally a Browns QB with no controversy. Oh wait, it's Deshaun Watson. The redemption arc of Deshaun Watson. The Buccaneers opened the 21-day practice window for wide receivers Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan. They are eligible to be activated off injured reserve at any time during the 21-day window. Getting Mike Evans back will be huge for this team, man. And Jalen McMillan, honestly. But a player designated... Is that notification? Get off, please. For return has 21 days to be activated or must remain on the reserve list for the remainder of the season. But... no way they activate him, right? Season's done for. They need to see what they have in the youngins. Surely they're not going to play him, right? So the Chiefs, Cowboys Thanksgiving Day game had a record 57.230 million viewers. It's now considered the most watched regular season game ever, beating the previous record by 36%. Kind of figured it probably would. Goodell's trying to find ways to schedule them more than once every 4 years. They'll be back on the next year's schedule now. I kind of figured it'd probably be like 50-something million, because it's 2 really popular teams. The ratings this year have been really crazy. So Ben Roethlisberger suggested on his Football and with Ben Roethlisberger podcast that Mike Tomlin is a good fit for the vacant Penn State job. I don't know if he would, but if you ask Steelers fans, they would probably say yes just to get him off the team. Cowboys injury report had Thursday night's game against the Lions. Trayvon Diggs and Tyler Guyton are out. Malik Hooker and Jadeveon Clowney will be questionable, but everyone else is most likely going to play. So not really a lot of injuries. Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh told reporters that his QB Justin Herbert underwent surgery on a broken bone in his left hand Monday. Will not practice today. Even if he will be on the field for a walkthrough, the Chargers are not ready to say whether he'll be able to play Monday night versus the Eagles. It's going to be Trey Lance, most likely, is what I'm going to assume. This year's Thanksgiving Day games shattered records. Packers Lions had 47.7 million viewers. Obviously, we talked about the second one. Even the Ravens Bengals still had 28.4 million viewers. So, some huge numbers, especially for the first two games. The Lions injury report, they ruled out 4 players: Kirby Joseph, Cleve Raymond, Brock Ryan, Shane Zos. How the fuck you say his last name? But they are listing Amon-Ra St. Brown as questionable. Panay Sewell, Taylor Decker, Brian Branch, players as questionable. I don't know if they should play. If Amon-Ra is available to play, if he's good enough to play, then I guess. I just don't see how he's close to 100%. Or the way his ankle bent. 3 weeks after being shot in the stomach, Chris Boyd surprised teammates by showing up today at the facility. He attended the special teams meeting and broke down the meeting when it was over. He got shot and was still able to go to a meeting before Abdul Carter did, and nothing's wrong with him. Former Steelers and Eagles corner Darius Slay got claimed today on waivers by the Bills. He now goes from playing against the Bills last week to being a part of the team now. That's so random. The Commanders listed quarterback Jane Daniels as a limited participant in today's practice ahead of Sunday's game against the Vikings, so he was limited. Ravens and tight end Mark Andrews reached agreement on a 3-year, $39.3 million extension that includes $26 million guaranteed. The Ravens announced the agreement they reached with Andrews' agent, Justin Schulman, so they agreed to that 3-year, $39 million extension. Holy, did the Ravens forget they have Isaiah Likely on their team? Fucking stupid extension. You should have just let him walk, honestly. J.J. McCarthy was a full participant in today's practice, while Aaron Jones, running back, was limited. Might as well just, J.J. McCarthy's limited. But yeah, Mark Andrews got a 3-year, $39 million extension. I feel like that's kind of a lot for Mark Andrews, honestly. Well, you $40 million for what? 2 catches for 6 yards? He's been kind of disappointment. So with Lamar Jackson's practicing for the Ravens, and so is everyone else as they prepare for Sunday's first-place matchup with the Steelers. So with a couple days extra rest, he's on the practice field for a Wednesday practice. Cowboys obviously already talked about Tyler Guyton and Trevon Diggs are already ruled out, but George Pickens is good to go. Josh Simmons had surgery in his wrist, and he's headed to injured reserve. Coach Andy Reid confirmed. Some more practice updates. Falcons Drake London won't practice today, casting doubt this Sunday. Cardinals open practice window for L.J. Collier. Joey Bosa hamstring won't practice today, neither will Josh Palmer and Terrell Bernard. So, I think that's all the news there for football. Sauce Gardner, the Colts are not expected to place him on injured reserve. A sign he can return within the 4-week window, so they're not going to place him on injured reserve. But that's really the news there for football from Rappaport and Schefter. So we got quite a bit of NBA actually. So the NBA fined the Sixers $100,000 for violating the injury reporting rules when they listed Joel Embiid as out against the Hawks on November 30th as he subsequently played. This is a big story, man. About 2 or 3 last night, I think there was something on Instagram of Chris Paul said they're sending me home, and apparently the Clippers released him. He was on his retirement tour. So apparently Shams tweeted, Chris Paul and his leadership style clashed with the Clippers. Sources tell ESPN. Paul has been vocal in holding management, coaches, and players accountable, which the team felt become disruptive. Specifically, Ty Lue was not on speaking terms with Paul for several weeks. Chris Paul is not why you're 5-16. Chris Paul is holding his team accountable. And they said, nope, boot you out. They got rid of the wrong guy. Why does Ty Lue still have a job? This is not really a bad roster. You have I think could be a solid roster, looking like a lottery team. It ain't because of Chris Paul. You think sending Chris Paul is going to save your season? I'm part of his retirement tour. They got mad because he was trying to change the losing culture. He got cut for being a leader. He hasn't hired basketball IQ than the damn coach. Pathetic, man. Just absolutely pathetic. Golden State Warriors guard Anthony Melton will make his season debut on Thursday against the Philadelphia 76ers. He sustained an ACL tear a year ago and now makes his return. So Anthony Melton is returning to the Warriors tomorrow. So he was damn good last year. We'll see how he is coming off the ACL. But he's a good defender, which something Warriors need from a guard. So Giannis and his agent have started conversations with the Milwaukee Bucks about the two-time NBA MVP's future and discussing whether the best fit is staying or elsewhere. Sources tell ESPN a resolution is expected in the coming weeks. Now he's gonna Golden State. Well, welcome to Golden State, buddy. But yeah, they're gonna discuss their future. I was just joking. He ain't gonna come in. Devin Booker has sustained a right groin strain. Will be reevaluated in 1 week. Best case for Booker and the Suns, who are surprised 13-9 and in the West playoff picture so far this season, so he'll be out probably about a week or so, most likely. Yeah, quite a few NBA news today, man. Here on the show. So now let's go to NBA Central. The Lakers and Warriors showing interest in Herb Jones, per Brett Siegel. The Warriors need a great guard defender who's a guard, and I would love if they tried to get Herb Jones. Shams said Giannis is open to playing for teams other than the Knicks. It's going to be well beyond just the Knicks, from my understanding. He's fed up with his team. I can't blame him. Ain't really done much to help him. The Lakers could be an option for Chris Paul, per Bobby Marks. We'll see. People around the league believe Ja Morant, LaMelo Ball, and Trae Young will all have, quote, negative value, and wouldn't be surprised if they were traded for one another. Man, Trae Young has zero business being grouped in with these two. At least he can help his teammates, and he averages like 10 assists a game. I understand Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball. Don't group Trae Young with these two. Get out of here. An NBA executive says Ja Morant is a pain in the ass, injury prone, and not good anymore, and people around the league compare him to John Wall and Derrick Rose. So let's talk some wrestling news. So WWE's updated Superstar Band, their official site, with different versions of John Cena throughout the years as he, he's getting closer to his retirement. One more match. Andrew Schultz is expected to be showcased more in WWE programming going forward. Why? WWE's making its personal mission to get you to start watching. Why? Who's making these decisions? God, watching WWE's these days feels like a humiliation ritual. So instead of using the 9 weeks they have until the Rumble to build good storylines they're doing this year, they have a few months until another pay-per-view. They can actually build shit up. Nope, Andrew Schultz. John Cena's father believes Gunther should not be Cena's final opponent. He states the fans will not enjoy and believes Gunther does not need the rub. She's not wrong. He doesn't need the rub. He's already established. Chris Jericho says we'll see him in a wrestling ring somewhere in 2026. I'm not done yet. We'll see where I end up. Pretty sure you'll see me in 2026 in a wrestling ring somewhere. Break the walls down. Break down the walls. We know where you're going, sir. Paul White says he's not ready to just retire just yet. Nikki Bella says that she wants a rematch against Stephanie for the Women's Championship, World Championship. No. You lost 4 matches in a row. Get to the back of the line. CM Punk announced that Larry, his dog, passed away. That was sad, man. TNA, AMC has officially been announced as the new home of TNA Thursday Impact, premiering January 15th. So when that happens, you got Monday Night Raw, NXT on Tuesday, AEW on Wednesday, TNA on Thursday, SmackDown on Friday, not including the pay-per-views on the weekend. So yeah, that's crazy, man. This is really the wrestling news here. But yeah, there's not really much MLB. I'll probably maybe do MLB news tomorrow to talk the little stuff and maybe something else. We'll see. But yeah, that's really all I got, man. So leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace.